Right activist Maxwell Opara has dragged President Bola Tinubu and Coyote Egbetokun to a federal high court, asking the court to stop Egbetokun from parading himself as Nigeria's Inspector General of Police. He's asking the court to declare that Egbetokun cannot remain in office as IGP, having attained the age of 60 on September 4th, 2024. He asked the court to hold that an appointment terminated by operation of law cannot be retroactively resurrected by a subsequent amended law. According to him, by September 4, Egbetokun was compulsorily retired by law.
As a pensioner who has retired, is he qualified to be an Inspector General of Police? What does the law say? Is now that the president tried to elongate his tenure, is he going to be collecting salary as a pensioner or as an active police officer? Now that he has retired, is he qualified to be wearing the uniform as a police officer, carrying ID card as a police officer, then parading himself as a police officer? With the combined effect of all this, we discovered that the president acted in error. His actions is unconstitutional, unlawful, and we have come to challenge it, asking court to nullify that extension of tenure of Inspector General of Police. He has retired, he should go, and we cannot allow our laws to be destroyed through executive, the president to destroy our laws through executive fiat. So that is why we are here. And morally, of course, you know that it's unfair for somebody who has retired after staying in completing his tenure, in line with the law. He has clocked 60 years instead of him to go, and now they have extended his tenure, thereby occupying position meant for other persons.
All right, now for more on this, we're now joined by Arise News analyst Dayo Sobowale. Good afternoon and warm welcome to the program. Now, of course, we've... good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale.
Yes, it's a pleasure to be here as usual.
Wonderful. Now, of course, we've just heard that submission from Maxwell Opara, and, you know, with the entire ordeal in focus, what is your initial reaction?
Look, what he has said is, and what he said is pursuing, is an exercise in futility. He's a lawyer, he should know better. And anyway, since the case is in court, we should not be discussing it. But then, since you have broached the topic, let's deal with it.
Why is it futile? Why do you say it's
That's
futile?
right. And I had another thing. It's closing this lawyer is closing the stable doors after the horses are bolted. And I'll tell you why. See, he should have done this before Egbetokun was 60. Get me? We are governed by the rule of law. His appointment is legitimate. The extension is legitimate because it was done by the legislature on the recommendation of the president. Even though if you do your research well, it was speedily done. And then that will give you ammunition, because you have always said you are rubber stamp. But it was done legitimately. Please respect the law.
So because it's within the law, but what is the implication of him doing it so swiftly?
Well, that is, you see, you'll have to find out from the National Assembly. And maybe I offer you an explanation. It's because the president, you get me, has amity, you get me, with the legislation. That's why they didn't, and they are, you see, his party is in the majority. You know, under the separation of powers, the executive makes policies, appoints people, it's confirmed by the legislation. In any presidential system, the legislature makes laws. You get me? And this lawyer should know. And then we should not be discussing because it's in court, it's prejudice. But let's go on.
All right, so let's talk about the importance of the age of retirement, especially when we're looking at the police force. Because it's one thing for us to say that he was appointed, duly appointed, according to the Constitution for a 4-year tenure. But the truth is that he did reach retirement age 1 year into his tenure. So does that mean that this, the law of your tenure now supersedes that of retirement age?
Look, the law is the law. And the law is subject to amendment from time to time. And it has constitutional procedure for any amendment. this law has been amended. It's the Police Act now, replacing that which was there some time ago. Please respect the law. This president has not violated any law. The National Assembly has not violated any law. So let this lawyer have his day in court and prove it.
What I'm trying to say is there's an entire civil service, and we know that retirement age is very important when we're looking at civil service.
That's what caused problem in France of recent.
Exactly. So does that mean that we should negate retirement age across the civil service?
That is your reading. What do you see? This thing was discussed, tabled. They extended the retirement age. Even length of service from 30 to 40 years. It's our legislators who make our laws, not us, not a lone lawyer. But since Nigeria, everybody has a right to petition, to go to court. Let the court ask, the lawyer will have his day in court.
Is that what the next step is, just to take this to court and see how it plays out?
That's what he's doing. That is, you have just read him right. You have just read this lawyer right. He's a human rights lawyer. He's entitled to go to court to challenge whatever he wants. But that does not negate what he's challenging. Get me? See, the rule of law thrives on legitimacy. You get me? People make laws and they use the authority according to the law. The National Assembly has not violated any law. It has amended it for the police. You see, if you want to get personal now, you say, I think at one occasion, the IG said the day he met this president, his life changed entirely. So, for good. Maybe they have known each other for too long. It's a matter of flexibility. That is why even the Constitution can be amended in the context of what is happening. If the president, obviously, is enamored by the way the man has handled the office, that is why he went out of his way to go to the legislation and literally personalize it on his behalf. That is his own problem. As long as the IGP delivers and we are all safe, so efficient. If the president does not deem him efficient, he won't put him there.
So how do you see it playing out?
How? Oh, playing out?
Yeah.
Well, the man, I'm sure, will work now with added zeal. To show that, he will requite, reward the president for this trust he has in it. And if you want to be neutral, you say the boss finds him competent. That's why he's flexible enough to, I don't think it is personal. Because if you look at what they said any IGP will act for as long as what is in his letter of appointment. That is the new law now. So adjust yourself to the new law. So let that lawyer, human rights lawyer, let him go to court, let him have his day in court. We will all be here to hear the result. But what they have done is legitimate according to the law and constitution of Nigeria. Next.
All right, let's take this from another angle. So, of course, we recently saw the change in two senior service chiefs. That's the DG of DSS and that of NIA. Very big appointments that were made there and changes. And now we're seeing the IGP of police, in essence, being given a vote of confidence. Now, what are some of your thoughts around what this is saying around the security situation in our country, especially with regards to the fact that there has been a lot of conversation around the aversion of coups?
You are linking two things together. Coups lead to instability, political instability. The police is in charge of internal security. You saw what happened after the 10-day protest. All the service chiefs came out to address the press. Those are the people, I said it here then. If there was going to be a coup, those are the people who are supposed to have taken part in it. But they have shown confidence in the system. They said they are ready to protect democracy. And if you heard how this IGP spoke then, I didn't even know about the extension of his tenure. I was impressed. I said it here. I was impressed by the way he answered more questions than any of the services.
Mr. Dayo, you'll have to excuse me that I do have to end this interview. Thank you very much.